Hey there, it is Erin Unbound coming at you with a hint of love and a glimmer of compassion and something that you may be very interested in learning, and that is how to live with autonomy in this 21st century, in this age of service. This is where energy medicine comes in, people. This is the medicine of the 21st century. Okay, this is the medicine for the paradigm shift that is happening right now in our current frameworks. Okay, I'm from a tiny town of about 2,000 people in the forgotten province of Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada. Okay, I grew up with the ocean in my backyard and the northern boreal forest in my front yard. And I grew up with all the time in the world. I grew up thinking that people were fair and understanding and that they respected my boundaries. Honestly, I thought it was normal for people to make eye contact, to say hello, ask you what you ate for dinner last night, know your middle name, invite you in for tea, that kind of thing. That is, until I moved to a bigger city and I realized that, small town life has both its pros and its cons, and so does urban life, given it. So, we're often riddled with shame and we feel like we have to explain ourselves when we can't make it to something, when our appointments go over time, and when we assume that everyone else also shares our lack mentality around money and that we have to do our work for free. Okay? Often these type of things go without saying where I'm from. You're an absolute villain if you scam someone or excuse yourself out for dinner. Okay? Don't get me wrong. Newfoundlanders are a kind, genuine, blessed folk. But living on an island, it takes a bit of time for things to hop across the ocean and really imprint onto a culture. So, needless to say, when I moved here, I felt different. I felt disconnected. And my self worth went in the toilet and probably straight into Lake Ontario. Why? Because people didn't know who I was and all the good things that I had to offer. And so I did what a lot of well meaning people like you do: overgive. I sacrificed my precious time for theirs. I gave away valuable energy. I gave away valuable resources for free. And most of all, I felt even more disconnected because I had no idea how to draw clear boundaries. Okay? Heck, I didn't even know what I needed to do about it. But in my head, all I could think was, I don't have time for that. Or if I don't help, who will? Or I want to step into my potential as a healer and truly serve, but if I'm going to feel exhausted every day because of it, it must not be my true calling. Okay, I know you're thinking this. I know you've spent more time wishing that you could have more time. I know you've deprived yourself of self-love, self-compassion, and a clear framework for how to move forward into your purpose. And let me tell you this, it starts with reclaiming your goddamn time. Your kindness, your service, your altruism, and your goddess energy is meant to do amazing things, and you're unsure of where to begin. Okay? I've been teaching and learning mindfulness for most of my life to better understand the suffering that we go through as humans. There's a lot of suffering, and we don't have to go through that anymore. I'd like to think we've come further than boundary setting and reclaiming time. And yet right now in 2021, I still know a ton of people who suffer tremendously at the hands of this unspoken, unacknowledged, shaming notion that underlays most of our actions today. I know that there's something deep, deep within you that is called to remember when you embarked on your own healing journey. And I'm speaking to that part of you right now. Okay? I'm speaking to that part of you that feels so dutifully called to create a better world. Because we can't keep living this way. You know it. I know it. Let's learn it again together. This work is not theoretical, people. It's experiential. It needs to be. And it needs to be done in groups with space for personal reflection. So please reawaken. Remember, you are being called and invited to join me in this space. I definitely need you to be here with me now. This isn't a one-time webinar, folks, and the work goes further than that. And you'll learn more when you come hear me speak. But I'm going to be teaching a mindfulness technique that can reframe your concept of time and boost your self-confidence to put your foot down, finally. I'm going to be delivering an energy medicine healing for all who attend. And I'm going to be instilling a deep remembering in you to trust your own intuition and stay connected to your guidance team as you put yourself out there into the world. Hey, I'm an islander, but I am no island. We are not islands. People need to be seen and cared for in ways that are different from what is currently in place, and learning mindfulness and energy medicine can help us right here and right now in this paradigm shift. Go ahead, sign up for this necessary webinar right now. We're doing it on March 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sign up. I'll see you there, beautiful. Mwah.